Okay, so this next topic, I don't have a very vast majority, right, on this topic. I don't have a lot of information on this topic, and it's simply because I am not a huge Taylor Swift fan, right? So I do want to state that I am not a huge Taylor Swift fan, but I do believe that Taylor Swift does music in a way that she tries to paint a picture with her music, and that's just been clear to me throughout history, right? And so I've heard topics that people say, well, Taylor Swift's not for everybody. You have to kind of be a true Taylor Swift fan to like her music. And I know that's a strong opinion to have, especially on music that Taylor Swift makes, right? And I am going to not fall on my sword and talk about it, but I'm going to honestly give my honest opinion on the Taylor Swift song. However, before I get into talking about this Taylor Swift song, I have to give credit to Swell's Entertainment. And so Swell's Entertainment is basically she does things that she does reviews on things and companies and objects that people want to buy. She basically started this series called I'm gonna try this so you don't have to. And I'm gonna link her stuff in the description because I believe in um, giving credit, overall credit, permission, everything to the creators that come that somehow helped me find this, or I if I use that terminology, right? So Swell's Entertainment posted on her story one night that Taylor Swift's new song "Midnight Rain," and so I said I was going to listen to it, right? Because I don't normally get my music decisions for the week that way. However, I decided to listen to it because I had totally forgot that Taylor Swift was dropping this week because I was waiting on another album that drops next week. And I am going to do a review on both these albums. I wanted to take the time to listen to this one song and give my full opinion on this song without what to one to see how this album was gonna feel overall, but also to get a feel for just how this song fits into this album. And I, for the most part, I told you I'm not a huge Taylor Swift fan, so I'm going to talk about this song, and it's gonna sound repetitive, and it's gonna sound weird, and it might sound unnatural for me to talk about Taylor Swift, but I'm gonna do it. We're gonna see where we get, and at the end, I'm gonna rate this song, which surprisingly wasn't bad, which is weird for me to say because as I said, I don't listen to Taylor Swift. So we're talking to it. Let's see if we real quick. Let's see if we have any sponsors. I'll get right into it.
This episode is brought to you by Snapple. Welcome to the Snapple Market Auditory Experience. Close your eyes. Imagine you're walking into your neighborhood store. You make your way to the back and reach for your favorite Snapple flavor. You can't wait. You take a sip. Whoa, that's a lot of flavor. What flavor are you holding? Now open your eyes and check out Snapple.com to find ridiculously flavorful Snapple near you.
Okay, so truthfully about this Taylor Swift one, I have to make these corrections because if I don't, it's gonna kill me not to make these corrections about this Taylor Swift song called "Midnight Rain," which I've discussed before. I got from Swell's Entertainment, which she does great in it. She does great videos and interviews. She does great reviews on things. So I just looked that up. He says he wanted it comfortable, wanted the pain, which is kind of clear that they wanted two separate things. One wanted comfort and pain, and that's why he wanted a wife, or he wanted a bride, and she wanted to make her name. Which, when you try to make your name in a certain brand, it becomes very difficult to do. It's not a very easy thing to do. It becomes a task to do it. So then it causes pain. It causes struggle. He wanted to stay the same, and I was chasing fame, which unsurprisingly happens a lot more often than a lot of people assume, only because to make your name, you're basically chasing fame or trying to find your own break, which is weird. I think if you adore fame that much, which to some extent people do adore fame, but it does seem that that they're just growing apart. But Taylor Swift does make a great thing when she includes that point of view from it. She says, "My time was it all changed like midnight, which midnight is always changing. So our relationship was always changing, or at the time it was always changing. My town was a wasteland full of cages and fences, queens and pretenders. Which when people are trying to become famous, you find like different people that have your back, and they're not always truthful people because they see your name attached to it and believe that they can get famous off of you, which isn't a winning recipe for any team. I think any team or any group of people should be able to kind of win off each other. So if one thing is doing something, it benefits everybody in the team, but not necessarily how it is going to go. But he looked like he was waiting for marriage and a stable life, and they wanted just fame, which I'm not saying don't chase your dreams, but know that chasing fame comes with pain, and then once you get through that pain, you gotta make a name for yourself. You gotta find a way to stand out, and that's not always the easiest. She says my boy was a Montaigne, which is a weird thing to me. It could have been Mortgage with Montaigne. I think that's isn't that from another movie? A slow motion love potion, a love potion, a slow motion love potion, which that rhymes. And I think it's just a small phase of love. That's just her way of saying it, which is so weird. Jumping off things like an ocean, which things can always go anyway, because when you're in the ocean and you're by yourself and you're not on a boat, the water moves in many different ways that aren't necessarily the right way that you need to get up. I broke his heart because he was nice. He was sunshine, I was midnight rain. I've been through some things. I've been through pain. He was all happy, gloomy, and he was happy, basically. He was just happy with his life. He was content on being, living that comfortable life with perfect fences and being portrait-ready pictures, which I think she says too. Picture a perfect, shiny family, which is just like that perfect white-collar family with the white fence. That's stuff like that, and it's a weird American dream kind of thing, but you get the concept of what she's trying to persuade here. And then he wanted the comfortable, I wanted pain, he wanted a bride, I wanted my own, I was making my own name, which Taylor Swift did. If you ask me, I think Taylor Swift is a world-class name, so I get what she's saying to add to that point, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think that's true. A deep portal, time travel, all the love we and the life I gave away, which she did give away. I think you fall in love with somebody, and then two things can be true. You can still love somebody, but you can also, two people can grow apart from each other, which is why she says the life she gave away, because she didn't want it at the time, and it's very hard to find that love back once you let it go, right? So, and to some extent I get what she's saying, but it's not necessarily like the chorus song. I guess sometimes we all get what we just wanted, and the truth, she got her own name, she got on TV, right? So it's a trade-off. It's a weird thing where people used to say it's a trade-off to become famous. You become so motivated by success that you end up being so trapped in your own head to become famous, and you do it, and you miss out on things in life, which to some extent is true. I think that can be true. But that's what I'm saying. I think she paints a picture when she does it that is very different from others. She says, he never thinks of me unless I'm on TV. So if I do like a TV interview or something, he texts me and just like congratulates me, which to some extent we get. It's not necessarily as some kind of haunting, which is, people grow apart. People especially grow apart, for different reasons. It's not necessarily one reason they grow apart, but I think the way she paints this picture of this kind of love that they're seeking at a point, which I guess you could say is beneficial, but it isn't beneficial, right? Like, people say you're gonna have regrets in life, and we can assume that if you aren't the type of person that is like, every moment has to be fun, you're gonna have regrets, and to some extent, that's just what this song is. It's her way of painting that picture. And people say that if you're not a true Taylor Swift fan, that you won't get the full picture of Taylor Swift, and to some extent, I do get it. I get what she was putting out. I get the picture of it. I get the way she expresses stuff, the way she paints it with her voice, and the lyrics that she decides to use. And overall, this song's not bad. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. This is not really bad. It's just not my cup. It's not bad. Like, it's a romantic love song of two people falling up, two people growing in different ways, which is just like the ocean, which to some extent, it's just a bunch of metaphors, but it has meaning behind it, and I can't ask for nothing else in a song with meaning. So